So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Beer Lay. As promised, today we're going to be doing kind of a weird beer, and it's called a Rukkirääk. And it comes from the brewery Pohjala. This brewery, which is located in Estonia. So we're going to the Eastern Bloc here for this beer tonight. There's a bunch of little birdies on this thing. I'll explain about that in a little bit. But most interestingly are these two English words on the side, rye ale. Now, we're going to be getting into a little bit of ecology today, so I hope you guys have your thinking caps on. I'm not going to make it too boring because I don't like a lot of boring stuff anyway. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting beer today, guys. So let's get this thing opened up and try it out. Ooh, a lot of foam, lot of foam, lot of foam. The corncrake is a medium-sized ground-dwelling bird mostly found in Central and Eastern Europe, Russia, and even parts of Western China. They are polygamous, males sometimes having two mates during mating season, and are omnivorous, feeding on a variety of things from snails and insects to grasses and grains such as corn, where it gets its name from, to rye, which is how this beer got its name. Featuring rye malts in its 8-malt blend, the Rukkirääk is one of 5 permanent concoctions out of the Tallinn brewery, which just opened a few years ago. And unfortunately, that's all I can tell you about this brewery. Don't know who started it, don't know exactly what year it opened. I just found this tweet from last April congratulating themselves on a happy second birthday, so I'm only even just assuming that they opened a few years ago because, you know, Twitter not being a credible source and all. But maybe that's part of the ambiance of this brewery. Concentrate on the beer, and don't worry about what doesn't matter. Keep it simple, keep it good. So I might have to eat some of my words here. I've said in the past that ales aren't really that foamy. Apparently Estonian ales are an exception to that rule. Got a little bit carried away at the beginning, and I honestly was not expecting it up to bubble that fast. It smells very spicy and citrusy, but like herb spicy, not like hot and spicy or anything like that. It smells dark. It is dark. I'm trying to figure out, I think it is a filtered beer. However, it is very musty, and it's dark, and the head is very creamy. It's almost like a head that you would get on like a stout. Color's very like brown red. It's a very nice color. Let's give it a taste, why don't we? Wow, yeah, that's really nice. It's a very interesting flavor. It's only got an IBU of 20, so it's not bitter whatsoever. It's got a little bit of sourness to it, and it's also got like a really nice dark roasted kind of flavor. The stout I did last time is like really dark and heavy, but this has also got a little bit of that kind of characteristics. It's not sweet like the fuller stout I did last time. However, it is this very kind of roasted-y, dark kind of malty flavor going on. So this thing comes from Estonia, which I've already alluded to, and it's a rye ale. So let's get into the ecology of this thing. As I all hope you guys already know, if not, I'll go through it real quickly. There's 4 main ingredients that beer is made out of: water, yeast, hops, and some sort of grain. Water you can't really change up that much. The yeast you can do some stuff. That usually determines whether it's a lager or an ale. The hops usually add bitterness to it, and the grains add the color, and it also adds a little bit more of that bready, kind of heavier type of flavors going on. It also adds sweetness to the beer. Well, most beers I would say are made out of barley. There's also wheat beers like Hefeweizens are very popular in Germany, for example. There's a lot of beers made out of wheat. And then there's rye, which is normally used, in my opinion, for like grain alcohols. So rye is a grain. It looks like grass. And apparently in Estonia, where this thing comes from, there's this bird which eats rye plants. And that's what these birds are on here for. And that's also what this Rukkirääk, I'm sorry for the pronunciation, you guys, but that's also what this beer means. So these birds are called rye crakes. Name type of the bird. I really like the label on this thing. It's got this like matte finish, kind of like how the Super Fuzz did a couple reviews ago. So it says on the back also, a rye ale brewed with 8 different malts and hopped with Cascade and Chinook. So it's using 8 different malts and only 2 types of hops, and it's got an IBU of 20. So just right there, you guys can kind of know a little bit about how this beer is going to taste, or at least assume how it's going to taste. It's got a lot of malts. Because it is so dark, it is really, you're getting a lot of those dark flavors as well, though. And like I said, because you're not using as many hops, and it's only got an IBU of 20, you can expect that it's not going to be overly bitter. It is very drinkable, but it is also a pretty complex beer. May not be the kind of thing, if you're just starting out to drink craft beers, might recommend trying something a little easier to drink. Not saying that this is a hard beer to drink, but it might catch you off guard if you're not expecting it. So let's just look at the bottle once again real quickly. And I kind of want to relate it to their website. Everything that these guys are doing is just really just plain and simple, and I really kind of like that. It's not over the top. It's not really flamboyant or anything like that. They even have all of their employees listed on their website, which is about 20 or 30. And they also at the bottom have all the equipment that they use. So it's really kind of an open, honest, here's what we got, here's what we're doing kind of a brewery, which I really like. Also on their website, I'm just kind of scrolling through real quickly. They have a core range of beers, which includes 3, 4, 5 beers. And then they have a number of seasonals and specials and cellar series and stuff like that. But I would say about half of them are dark beers. I mean, like porters and stouts and imperial IPAs, black IPAs, stuff like that. So if you guys like dark beers, maybe Pohjala brewery out of Estonia is the stuff for you guys. So check them out. Put a link in the description of their website. So guys, kind of come down to the end of this guy. Guys like dark, malty, bold, creative, not typical, not orthodox type ales, then give this beer a try. Probably won't be too disappointed. Really enjoyed doing this review. Really enjoyed trying this beer out. I don't know what I'm going to do next time. Got a whole fridge of beers just waiting for me. We'll pick something out. We'll make it fun. And until then, you guys, have a great day. And I'll see you guys next time on Pohjala.